Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony, and joined with me today are the other two plants in my botanical garden. Fellas, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with the sprightly, sproutful, colorful Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I would have to say, as far as plants are considered, I'm a big fan of the rubber plant. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's great.
The rubber plant? Is that a real plant called the rubber plant?
Why do I feel like I'm about to Google the goofiest shit ever? Hold on.
Rubber plant propagation. How to propagate rubber trees. What
It's
in the
actually,
world?
it's an actual plant.
Look at this. Oh, I've seen these. I know what you're talking about.
What? I just get a bunch of ficuses.
Yeah, these. Okay.
Ficusi?
Okay.
Ficus?
So they
Ficus.
they look plastic, you know?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. They're really cool. It's the first plant I've ever had, and guess what? It's still alive, and it's flourishing.
Is that how they make
well, I'm proud of
rubber
you.
bands?
You know what? I wish I knew more about it.
Anyways, my name is Dan. I play Minnis PebbleWalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger, and I am the aloe vera of this botanical garden because I be healing you fools.
He gets a lot of sunburn.
Also that. I'm Italian-Irish, so I get a little golden, you know, once in a while.
Tony, what kind of plant would you be?
I would be a blue hydrogena.
That's very nice.
I like them. They look pretty.
That's
They
solid.
smell nice. They make a great candle.
What about a spider plant?
No,
You ever heard of this? one?
no. But
What
I
about
would
snake
imagine
plant? Snake plant is a thing,
I
Yeah.
wouldn't like it.
and I got one.
Do you have a spider plant? That's what I'm talking about.
That's gross.
All right, I got something to tell y'all. By the end of this month, we are in August right now. By the end of August, we will be recording a little video for y'all because you did hit over 10 comments on our Apple Podcast reviews. So we're going to be reading those reviews in a video that we'll post to YouTube. So if you want to hear your comment read out loud, go over to Apple Podcasts, leave a comment before August 25th, and we will read it live on our video. Now,
And they better be nice. They better be nice. Okay.
if it's
And
not
with
nice,
that
we're
being
calling your
said-
mom.
With that
I don't
being
want to
said,
relive
we
Thanksgiving
need to do,
all over again.
We need to do the same thing for the Spotify people. Thank you guys again for the hundreds.
Yo, we
Of,
got so many. We got so
We'll record them on
many.
the same day for sure.
And y'all
Yes.
who are posting spoilers in the Spotify comments,
What?
I'm shutting it down. Good thing I had to vet every single one of this. If you get some spoilers in there, man. They're like, I love
mean,
when this
it's-
plot twist happens. Like, insert plot twist. And
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah.
I was about to say, coming from the guy who lets the cat out of the bag with the thumbnail on the thing, I was like, look here. Let's
We
not
don't do
judge
that.
too
Says
hard.
what?
What? We don't do that.
Us? No. Cut it. Speaking of spoilers, Tony, how about you go on and get into the episode?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start the session, and we're going to do the recap in the session. Bard, hit it! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404. Fellas, boyos, welcome to session 74. Armos and Minnis, we pick up with the 2 of you standing in a hollowed-out cavern inside the sewers of Aramore City, a den that used to belong to a black death slot. Moments ago, Krideth, a thieving werebat, stole a glacial shard, an item that you were searching for to trade for Drell's freedom. Just moments after you used it to cleanse the root parasite from the poisoning water, clean water now flows around your knees as the mummified bodies fall from the decayed roots. You have restored order to the sewer system, but you are down 1 glacial shard in this cavern in the sewers of Aramore.
Damn you, Krideth! Shit, are you all right?
As
Are
you
gonna
hear
be
the
okay?
echoing bat wings in the distance, as you hear it leaving and screeching in the distance.
Armos, run!
You see Sid like trying to, he's like splashing himself out of the water, trying to get above it. He climbs on one of the mummified bodies looking at you.
I just picture him in his own little world, like climbing up and then noticing it's a mummy and going, ah!
Reginald's looking at you, Armos. Did we just get got?
Yes.
We just got.
As much as Armos hates to admit it, seething. At this point.
Well, I guess that's how you lose a friend in this world, am I right? Good thing we have his name in the book, so I mean, it's all fine in the end, you know? His body may fade, but his soul's with us forever. And he taps on the gem in your tome.
Armos, we gotta go. We gotta go. Minnis is trying to swim through the water.
Yeah, it's up to like halfway through your chest because you're smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is clean water, and there are mummified bodies around you. They're probably, you get a good feeling that because you're in a cavern part of the sewers, it's not bleeding into the main sewer. Your guess is that like this would probably be a decent tomb for these bodies. They're not diseased anymore. They're just they're mummified. They look like they're perfectly mummified, and they have whatever they died in on them. Whatever remains.
I think she went this way. And I'm running right, and I'm running down the caverns, trying to follow the flaps and the noises echoing through the hallways, through the pipes.
By the time you're able to wade through the water, by the time you reach the main sewer hallway just outside the cavern, she is gone. You heard the last beating flap as she took off into the sky. That was because the sewer's overhanging the cliff's edge where the city is resting on.
Yeah, holding on to the pipe bars as I lean out of the main pipe on the edge of the cliff. It's on the edge of a cliff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
On the edge of the cliff, I'm like, I'm writing you off the bestest friend list!
Oh, so you just went all the way back to the main entrance and you're yelling it over the Evertone Sea.
Yeah.
As you see a tiny bat fly into the night.
I get this picture of like, this is like Minnis's like snapping moment where he becomes a villain. You see like the comic book. Yeah, you see the moon in the background, him, just the silhouette of him looking out over the city.
All right, Armos, we gotta go.
It's time for plan number 2.
What's plan number 2?
Plan C-5.3.
When do we get to plan C?
There's no time, and I run.
So the two of you do have a conundrum.
Oh, no, we don't. Oh, we got a plan. No, I don't know if you knew. Plan 2. Which was supposed to be plan number 1 in the first place. Plan number 2, and I snap my fingers, and I'm just walking with a lit like hand as I'm walking towards the establishment.
So you are on the first level of Aramore City. Just to remind you, there are 5 levels of the city, all leading up to the castle, and each of these levels are different districts of the city. So you only have to go to the 2nd district, all easy. So the two of you just want to head right there. Do you want to plan for anything?
How much time do we have until the theoretical time we were given?
Not a lot.
After
meeting Krideth, I would say you have about an hour. It's getting close to dawn.
I could burn down a place real quick. Don't worry about it.
Oh, by the way, Armos, when we get back to my cart, put all the blood shards in your pocket into my cart.
What?
We did make a deal with Ada Ram that went south, so you can just pretend like you had one thing in your pocket and we'll call it a day, you know what I mean? Just in case he asks.
Yeah, Armos, we do have to honor deals, Armos. You know when you sign a deal and you have to uphold that deal to get the benefits of the deal. You know the harm that you're about to commit is the product of a deal. I know now might be a bad time, but you do owe me a couple of blood shards.
For some reason, the flame that is on my hand is just getting larger the more I keep hearing this. The more I keep hearing deal.
You're literally to your wrist is on fire.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yep. I know we don't have a glacial shard, but we do have some blood shards that we need for the current deal that is ongoing.
Okay, here. What if we did? All of a sudden, I snap my fingers and the fire goes away. I'm like, wait a minute, you're onto something. we need to hit a hardware store up real quick, and if we go and paint a Bloodshard.
Wait, I love this idea.
You want to paint a Bloodshard like an ice shard.
Get ready for the best performance check of Jared's life.
I'm ready to go. I got +4.
Give me. Okay, I love this. So you're gonna give me 2 checks here. 3 checks. You're gonna give me 3 checks. One of them is gonna be a. God, do you have any skills that involve the city?
We did meet some friends with Krideth, and I was able to steal some blueprints and maybe on there.
So you do have some blueprints. Go ahead and make me an investigation check with advantage as you're trying to quickly go through these blueprints to see if there's like anything in your area
that we could rob.
I got an 18 on investigation.
Awesome. So you notice that where the statue was going to be built to the Queen of Aramor, it was statue blueprints specifically that you took from one of her connections. So you see the location, and it's a statue. It's going to be like a beautiful platinum ornate statue to the Queen, and it was going to be built in the 2nd district on level 2. So you head there, and you notice that there are some shops, and near where it is, it's more of a common area, and there is a bakery nearby. So now I'm going to need you guys to roll me a sleight of hand check as you try to sneak into the bakery. So you're trying to lockpick it to see if maybe you could steal some colored dye to try to change the color of the shard from red to blue or crystal.
Is this like a combined, or is he giving me a help action? How are we doing this?
This would be so a help action on a sleight of hand as you're trying to lockpick.
Okay. Do you want me to do it, Jared, or do you have?
Oh yeah. No, you go. You're the stealth guy.
Unless you have a better way of breaking into a bakery.
Smash and grab.
Nat 20, by the way.
With a nat 20, you, with a sleight of hand, you would Sid over you, like you get like a really small Sid, and you shove him into the lock of the door, and you're kind of coaching him through on how to pick the lock, and he's like putting the prongs of the lock in order, and then it unlocks, and the door opens, and you go inside, and you start shifting through all the ingredients, and you find some blue and white dyes.
Woo!
You take what you need. Minnis, if you're stealing, are you doing anything to like, are you leaving anything behind? Like a little note like sorry or anything?
Yeah, I leave whatever the money is that would equate to that.
I love it. You leave like a little note. I am sorry. Here's money.
Yeah.
So then you dip behind an alley. Now I need you to give me a performance check as you're trying to change the color of this magical blood shard to make it look like an ice shard.
This.
All right, Armos. Yeah, I think it looked like this, and I'm just trying to describe it based on a quick drawing.
14?
Hey, that's pretty good. Dark One's Luck?
Ooh. Yeah, what is
add a little to it?
I think it needs a little more white. It's too blue.
Yeah. Hang on.
It's too blue.
Reginald.
Let me hold it up here. Wait, the fire's making it worse. I need an actual
You're melting it.
Hey, wait, let me see that feather that you got over there. Oh, yep. Okay. All right. It's a done.
Oh.
24.
You make this blood shard look like a beautiful glacial shard to the best of your ability. The only difference is that with a 24, you know that it's noticeably smaller than the glacial shard that you had in your possession. And you know that he owned this item, so he's probably going to be aware that it's not the same size, although you got it down to look pretty well. Maybe
I got a solution for this.
Yeah, maybe with the fact of time, maybe it broke down. Maybe you can with a 24, maybe you can convince him that it lost some of its power. Or come up with a story of why it's smaller.
Here's what we do. We get a paper bag and we put it at the top of the paper bag, but we hold it so that it looks like it's bigger.
I'm already ripping out papers for my journal. I am on it. That's a great idea, Armos.
So
I love this
then-
idea. I love it. I've never thought of that before.
And
I gotta
for
do
the-
that with my gifts back home.
And for the 20,000 gold we owe him, I got the perfect one. You see that Reginald holds up like 4 gold coins. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he takes the same 4 gold coins, flips it around. 5, 6, 7, 8. You might be there for a while, but it's for our buddy Drell.
I think he'll understand about the money when we describe what happened at the scene.
Yeah.
And I just hold up Rain's name tag.
Oh, what, a loan shark that deals with magic items? Yeah, I'm sure he'll be understanding.
All right. I think we got a good plan. Let's get over there, Armos.
All right, but hey, if this doesn't work, plan number 3.
Yeah, yes, of course. Plan C5-1 or whatever it was.
Ready, set, arson. That's what
The two of you take to the streets and return to the second level. Heading back to the Wyldsyde Tavern, you turn down the dark city streets, and at the end, you see the tavern with the hanging sign with boxing gloves on it. You know that with this new glacial shard, you're cutting it very close as it's almost dawn. How the two of you doing this?
Is this like a performance check where I just kick in the door, acting like the most confident person there is?
Well, first
And
I
then-
kick my cart. I'm like, all right, Armos, how many blood shards you got in your pocket?
You had 10. Now you have 9 plus 1 painted blue shard.
All right. Keep 1 normal blood shard. Keep one of that painted one, and put the rest in the cart. Okay, I'll give it back after. I promise.
Put one right here. Ding, ding, ding. As Reginald knocks on the tome.
And if you want, you can put 1 in the tome. I don't care. We just gotta go.
Oh,
He said,
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Put it in.
You
Just
two
in
have been
case.
good. You deserve 1 of your thing. Okay, fine.
We've been such a good boy.
Oh, I needed this.
And then I put 7 blood shards in my cart.
Are you putting 1 in the tome?
Yeah, because I don't know what the hell's about to happen. And if I get
A giant red flash as you absorb a shard. You now gain the benefit of blood shard magic as you add 1d4 to all rolls and damage spells.
a question, it's a big flash. Like, would you say it's like a blinding flash? Is it like an instant of a flash?
You're just in a dark alley and like the
Fun
camera
idea,
pans
though.
out to like the main city street with the tavern at the end and like an alley off to the side, and then you see like a small red flash go. It just illuminates the alley really quick.
Armos, if this goes south, I do have a plan. Okay, I got a plan.
We have a plan. I light the place on fire. You get Drell.
Yeah.
And I burn everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
what we're doing.
Okay. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Who's opening the door into the tavern?
Kicking that door in like I own the place.
Armos, you go to kick the door open, and then boom, the front door flies open as a were spider lands on you. You tumble onto the streets. A massive tarantula were spider is now entangled with you, and it's like, get off. As the doors are busted wide open. You get up and you manage to pull your head out from the hairy tarantula. Minnis, you look in and you see Drell, but no longer as a mouse. You see him in all his raging glory. He has a dragon tail, sharp teeth, and large dragon-like claws, and he is also butt naked. He is swinging and laying heavy blows and tripping people up. He looks through the front doors, seeing a chance to escape, and he runs through. Behind him are countless lycanthropes ready to chase him down. As the doors swing open, you see way in the back, past the bar, a little black rat that was holding the blood shard earlier that night is now holding the silver bell, waving at Drell as Drell runs into the city streets towards you guys. Hey, Alec, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, my name's Alec. I play Drell of the AshBorn. Hashtag free Drell is now, complete.
Favorite plant?
Oh, dude, that's easy. That would be the agave americana cactus.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a,
Nice.
no, it's true.
It blooms once every 100 years, like right before it dies.
Yeah. I learned all about it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
that
great one.
rings a bell.
It's pretty cool. It's also used to make tequila, I think. So, I mean,
Also
that works
that.
too.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And by the way, welcome,
Welcome
back.
back, man.
it's
Hope everything's well.
Good to be back. Yeah, it's been a while. Been a while.
Drell.
Anyway, you're about to be chased by 100
yeah.
lycanthropes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fuck.
You are clearly outnumbered, and they are now running into the street. Armos, you are still not
Minnis.
prone with a giant tarantula on top of you. It's just like, you guys stay still, guys. I
Armos.
can't get up if you don't stay still.
Minnis, plan 3. Plan 3.
Get off of Armos! And I go and ram the spider.
You ran the spider from the side as they're entangled in it. Boom! Go ahead and roll a hit as you try to knock this spider off.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I went from a 2 to a 3, so that's pretty good.
Wow. Literally.
So that's a 5.
You trip up and you are now underneath this tarantula as you're trying to fight it with Armos, and she's just too spry for
Armos is
you.
on me now. I messed up.
You just made it so much worse. You just made it so much worse. As you see like this gorilla now entering into the street along with some wolves, and they are chasing after Drell, who is right about where you are. So the three of you are about 30 feet from the door. Drell's running past you in his draconic bestial form, butt naked, and the two of you are under the tarantula.
Well, as I was running out of the bar, I grabbed one of the sweatshirts that were on the hook right next to it, and I tied it around my waist. And then I jump over the door and I say, "Hey guys, we should really get going." And I just sprint.
We're going to get into initiative if you cannot escape this spider's just being on top of you. So let's roll initiative now, but I'll give you each an action to try to deal with it so you can avoid the problem altogether.
I got a 4.
I got a 2.
I got a 10.
Okay, I'm giving you guys each a free action to deal with this before we go into initiative. Drell, what are you doing? We'll start with you because you're running right next to them.
Can I just grab the spider and throw it off the door where they are?
Yeah, so they're in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
So if you want to pick her up and like launch with, you're in a rage right now as well. So yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check as you are trying to rip the spider.
That's a 23.
Yeah, the spider got a 17 as you pick up the spider and you spin around and then you launch it down into an alleyway. And as the spider's getting launched down the alleyway, be like, "I'll get you, Drell. You will get your beating." It lands behind some garbage cans.
Oh, good to have you back, buddy. Oh man.
I didn't even break my sprint. I did that while I'm running.
So you go ahead, you chuck her, and you're sprinting down the road.
All right after you, Drell. Give me a sec. Boom! Hit him, Sid. And I cast web in a 20-foot cube around the door.
Oh, okay. Wow. And the doorway is now engulfed in all these webs, and you see some of them get stuck in the middle of it. Some of them manage to like just get out, like 2 or 3 of them, and you see everyone like trying to break through and they're using their claws.
Their DCs? I just want to hold you to the rules.
They didn't. All of them get stuck in the web and they're trying to like claw out. Some of them are like halfway out the door and their feet get stuck, while the others are just running up against the surface of web. And while others are trying to slash at it, like move out of the way. I can't.
And then, so basically, every turn they're in the web. At the start of their turn, they have to make the DC against my 14 to get out.
Okay.
And then I look at Armos. You know what I'm saying? I look at Armos and I'm like, plan 3, and I start running.
I fireball the out of this place. The moment the stars aligned, I felt like I had a purpose in this. And this was it. I throw the fireball straight into the house.
Which, by the way, Jared.
All them.
By the way, Jared, all the creatures trapped in my web get 2d4 of fire at the beginning of their turn if you put it on fire.
Perfect. So yes, we do want to kill them all.
You shoot a fireball in there. Go ahead and roll damage.
They do have to beat a DC 16 while stuck.
I'm gonna roll a 100 saving throws right now.
100 saving.
33 damage, but not including Dan's damage.
Oh, right.
Rolling 100 d20s.
+7. So So 40 total fire damage.
That is so many.
We're going to say an even 50 passed and an even 50 failed. Because that's a lot of save throws. So we're going on the average.
There's no way it would be 50-50 with a dex of 16?
It's 100 die. It's a hell of a medium. But you shoot the fireball through the web door, seemingly before fire exits were really a thing. As the tavern, inside the tavern, gets lit ablaze, and you hear the screaming of animals, howls, shrieks, grunts, and as you hear the tavern inside begin to go on fire. You see the people that are stuck in the door pretty much making a blockade at this point, trying to get out. You do hear voices inside be like, we gotta clean up, don't let the tavern burn, and you hear various noises. You notice that what was a sense of bloodlust, it has now turned to a sense of worry and, oh shit, I'm going to die, as their attention now goes towards the burning tavern.
Damn, I really hope our friend gets out of there. Hopefully there's a back window or something. He was still sitting on the couch the last time I saw him.
With all those succubi?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And to Tom Lee in his were-at form with two succubuses, is there me, ladies, or is it getting hot in here? That just comes back to you.
Run.
The three of you run as you leave initiative. That essentially just solved all your problems right there. The three of you slip down into an alley as you are no longer being chased. And as you notice, the sky is getting brighter. You still hear the faint sounds of yelling and panic as they're trying to put out the fires inside. The further you get away, you see that the illusion that was surrounding the tavern picks up, and you don't see a burning building. You know that the building was surrounded by an illusion. That's how they kept everything such under tight wraps with the fighting and any noise problems from the tavern. So as you're running away from a burning tavern, as soon as you get about like 60 feet away, the illusion kicks back up to you, and you just see a normal tavern. And in the alley, it begins to light up under the morning sun, and you already hear early risers begin to leave their homes and start their day. You hear the echoes of multiple city bells ringing in every district. The city is now waking up, and some stores are opening, bakeries, any eateries, and you hear the pounding of blacksmith hammers in the distance. You do know that we're heading to the port initially, that you may have some time before you need to get to the port, but you know that the ship, for what you were told, leaves daily. So if you want to get on the ship, you would have to go in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a little cold outside. Can I get my pants and my coat?
Yeah, oh, right, yeah, here you go. And I kick the cart, open it up. You can take all your stuff back.
Thanks.
Wow, look at that, Armos. What a roller coaster of emotions. We got robbed. We thought we were going to lose a friend. Then we did some arts and crafts. We did a B&E. And you got to set a building on fire. What a great start of a day. We didn't even have breakfast yet.
It's wonderful. I'm still on a adrenaline high.
Yeah, so the three of you are in your alley, and you're reunited with Drell. What do you guys do?
Oh, man.
My vote is we get the fuck out of here.
Yep, I think it's time. They're going to be looking for us, so we got to skedaddle.
You have a lot of angry lycanthropes.
Yeah, I mean, some of them were actually kind of cool, but that place just sucked in general.
So, Drell, you know that while you were stuck in there, before you made your daring escape, you know that soon after that, when Minnis and Armos left, about an hour into your capture, you did notice that Adelram and some of his lackeys did leave the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
You saw them leave through the front door. During the fights, they did not even finish. They left in the third round.
Did it seem like they just planned on it, or did they seem like they were leaving in like a rush?
You saw them like transform back into normal as they were putting their clothes back on, leaving the tavern.
Isn't this the same guy that made that whole thing about deal's a deal and blah, blah, blah? Isn't that
Well,
right?
I think he only just wanted to fight me and Minnis.
Yeah.
I don't think he even really cared.
Right.
Probably get blood shards on the daily.
Okay, I think I relay that back to the guys as we're making our way to the dock.
Okay.
And then I guess that's where you guys want to head, the dock, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to get like a bunch of stuff on the way out, but I don't think we'll have time. if people are chasing us and looking for us.
Yeah.
So
We got enough supplies for a trip.
As long as we got a cup of water, we'll be okay.
As the three of you are walking to the ports and Drell relays that information to you about Adelram's leaving, that sets something off in your mind, Armos. You remember that while the fights were going on, while Drell was fighting as a rat and Minnis was dealing with his gambling addiction, you remember eavesdropping on a conversation from on the second floor of the tavern about a deal that went south. There was supposed to be a delivery that you assumed was blood shards. You do know it was like a were gorilla speaking to a were panther or panther-like animal. It was not Adelram, but could have very much been one of his lackeys. A deal went south where a ship didn't arrive at the Aramore ports, and that somebody was very angry about that. So after Drell relaying that information, you could assume that maybe he left to go take care of that.
Yeah, so if we see a gorilla, possibly a panther strolling about at the docks, we may want to try to avoid it, guys. You know, just be careful out there.
all right.
Maybe a bat. If you see a bat, just let me know. Just give me the signal.
A bat?
You
Wait.
see a bad Drell? Let us know.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, so there was this giant werebat that kind of, I thought it was a really good friend of ours. Became my bestest friend, but then at the end of the day,
Super goth.
very goth. Yeah, super goth. And then we went on this adventure basically to get this shard that this guy needed at the bar at the tavern, and we got the shard, this like blue shard though, and then she ran away with it and stole it and kind of left us.
I'm behind Minnis, just holding my book, and it's got a stab mark in it.
You guys got?
Yeah, we got.
Oh my god. See, this is what happens.
Reginald stretches out his ears, really big ears.
Bats are dead to us, all of them.
Oh, well, just because one bad situation happens with one bat doesn't mean all bats are bad, okay?
Yeah, Armos, you can't group them all together.
I feel like all of them are gonna transmog. They're gonna transmog. I don't know which one's real.
All right, we just stay focused. And I keep going towards the docks.
I feel like we're touching on a very sensitive topic here as the three of you go onto the floor. The three of you head to the Aramore ports. You head down to the docks and you see many different types of ships. From small dinghies to large galleons, ships are coming and going as they pass through a giant stone water. You don't know which ship you're looking for, but you are looking for a specific person. A silver dragonborn named Fagnarfrost.
We'll know when we see a guy named Fargnardas. Let's just put it that way.
Fagnarfrost.
No way some guy that looks normal has a name like that. No.
All right, Drell, keep your eyes out for someone that looks like Fargnar Frost. Farnarnars? Ferganarbars. What was the name? Armos? I forget the name.
Thrust.
Farnardas.
Farnar.
Thrust.
Frost.
This.
Okay. Yeah, let me write that down real quick. And Drell just acts like he writes it down, but he doesn't.
So you are in a very crowded dock. There are ships coming and going, and you hear a ton of bells, and it's almost packed shoulder to shoulder as people are carrying boxes, fish, supplies, wares, merchant ships. You do see the occasional guard. You do know that the naval ships are on the other side. It's a very big port, and all the military ships are in one way. And even deep into the ocean, you do see the guard ship bordering their sea to their city. I need everyone to make me an investigation check as you are fumbling through, trying to look for someone who is your person of interest.
I mean, I was just gonna go up to a
21.
I was just gonna go up to like a merchant and ask.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's investigation.
It's a dragon. He's
14.
named Fargnar. I think he's over there.
Farnar.
With the 21. I think I found him.
Very simple name, guys.
I'm talking to a fish merchant while Armos is looking around.
The fish merchant's
14.
talking to you at 14. He goes, how can I help you, little one? You see, I'm very busy. We got fine leathers that we need to take off the ship. Hurry up.
No, I heard you told me all about the leathers and the fish.
Ooh, fine leathers. And Drell does like the little finger thing.
Farn Narn Foss. Do you know the guy? Dragonborn?
What type of wares does he partake in? Irons?
A fisherman.
Fisherman.
It's a fisherman.
I do not mingle with fishermen. Very smelly business. Not good for the leathers.
Whoa, that's pretty fucked up.
You are literally selling fish.
I'm selling
Look at
fine
the fish.
leathers.
Wait, you're literally a fisherman.
Yeah, you know leather smells when it's all getting made, right?
We are supplying the stores.
I said I walked up to the fisherman. I literally said I walked up to a fish merchant.
Oh, and then you see an older fishing gentleman that's selling fish. I got fish. You want fish?
Yeah, his twin brother turns the corner.
Do you know Farn Narn Foss?
How many fish? You want a flounder?
Armos, did you find him?
Yeah, he's right here.
So, Armos, you're looking at with a 21 investigation check. You see next to a mid-sized boat with multiple sails furled up, a large silver dragonborn wearing a dirty white shirt with its sleeves cut off. He's wearing a big ship's captain hat with a mighty purple and blue-hued feather sticking out of it. Head down into a clipboard, making notes as you see various half-orcs, kobolds, and half-elves bringing items on and off the ship.
As I'm still next to Drell and Minnis, I'm like, guys, look at this dude. This is definitely the guy. Look at him. Purple hat, silver dragon. God, this dude's clashing. Of course, this is a Fargnard right here. Tell you what.
Well, only one way to find out.
Walking over.
Head down into the clipboard. His hat covers half of his face. You just see his bottom jawline. You do see that his like spikes come out. He has like a single spike that looks like a goatee. Head down into the clipboard as the noise just drowns everything out. How are you approaching him?
All right, Armos, you're a man of words.
Words.
Were we supposed to have some kind of secret?
Oh, so Treyas Buggs mentioned him. He's a
Yeah.
direct connection to Treyas Buggs.
We have a letter.
He did give you a letter, yes.
Yeah, I hand you the letter, Armos.
Letter me.
Here you go.
Bam. All right. I walk up to him with his clipboard while his head's still down on his clipboard. I take the letter and smack it down on the clipboard without him. And as he looks up, I let him know Treyas sent us.
This is a tall dragonborn, and you slap the letter that Treyas gave you to give to Fagnarthas when you met him. And this was a favor that he was asking them. This is a connection of his, somebody who trusts privately. He mentioned. He also mentioned discretion when talking to them, or the fact that the service would be discretion. You do know that he deals in smuggling specifically and disguises himself as a fishing boat. You give him the letter, and this silver dragonborn lifts his head ever so slightly at you, and you see his white piercing pupils, and then you see the iris like glows over very icy. He stares at you, and you feel the breath coming from his mouth and the wind coming from his nostrils as he blows it at you. He goes, and he looks at the notes, and he sees the stamp. He sees Treyas' seal, and he eyes you, and he looks back down, and he slowly opens it. Very serious demeanor. He looks at the letter, and he taps his hat. A dragonborn's head pops up high, about 2 feet. The hat flies up, and underneath the hat is a tiny, small lizard-like dragonborn that is also silver. He's wearing the large hat as it's way too big for his body. The tiny dragonborn resembles a muscular iguana with big arms and legs. And he goes, "Lads, you've come to the right ship. Welcome. Well met, lads. The name's Captain Thnost, and this is my first mate, Fagnar. Who do I have the terrific pleasure of speaking with today?"
Armos, this is Minnis, and then that guy is Drell. We need to be gone real quick.
As it says in the letter.
And as they still hear like seeing smoke in the background from the
you can
from putting out
smell
the
your
fire.
fireball in the distance.
Yeah.
You see that when You see that when the tiny dragonborn reveals himself from under the large captain's hat, you see that there's a smaller ship hat on the giant dragonborn's head that reveals that it's actually his hat, and this is where he stays. And he goes, "Aye, time is a terrible, terrible thing to waste. Welcome to the Winward Serpent. A friend of Atreus is a friend of Fagnar and Dust. So I understand you're going to the Ermopots."
Oh, Farnarn and Fost.
Nast.
Good. Fnost? We'll talk about it over an ale. Let's get to it.
Aye, lad. And he pats the giant dragonborn's head, and the giant dragonborn is just unfazed.
Good talk. This way? This is where we go?
Aye, come on board, laddies. Go ahead and make yourself.
Okay.
Go ahead to the lower deck.
I'll look
I'll be
behind
there
me to
quite
see
soon.
if anybody's following us.
You just see a large crowd of people. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Ooh, can I make one too?
You can give him
All
a
of us?
help action.
Okay, I help Minnis by looking in the exact same direction.
You pick Minnis up and you use him like a periscope as he's like looking around.
That's a dirty 20.
You look around and it doesn't look like anybody is tailing you. However, this place is very busy shoulder to shoulder, and you are off onto one of the docks. So everybody's looking at you, and at the same time, nobody's looking at you. Very busy. People are doing their business.
I think we're clear, Drell. Down. And we,
What? And I just turn around to walk onto the ship, still holding Minnis.
no, pull me down. No, pull me down.
Nerd. Reginald's laughing at you.
We go into the ship, I suppose.
I pick Reginald up in the same way and carry him onto the ship.
Oh, no, wait. Don't drop me.
Sid just
Don't drop me.
points laughing.
Don't drop me. So you are boarding SS Winward Serpent. The boat looks like your run-of-the-mill fishing ship that looks like it could stay out at sea for days at a time. The tools on the deck look like they're made for deep sea fishing. Giant cranes and large containers filled with ice. The ship itself looks well maintained with minimal sea wear and tear. The sails are furled up, ready to be let down. And from this position, they look pinkish and purple in this state. A mix of colors. The ship has 12 crew members total, consists of half-orcs, kobolds, and half-elves. 12 total, and that's including Fagnar and Fnost. You make it down into the lower deck as they are getting the topside all set. When you go down, it looks very nice. It looks like it's built for comfort and not for fish. There are hammocks along the walls, nice carpets, beautiful windows from the inside looking out. It goes down 2 levels. The lower level is just all storage from what you can see. And this is the living quarters. Beautiful countertops, plenty of jugs full of coffee and tea, cabinets filled with food. Plenty of tables, and the tables look like they're card playing tables rather than tables you would eat at. Looks like people have a good time down here when they're not busy doing their shiply duties. And then you see 4 kobolds carrying a huge box down to the lower level. And the box looks nailed shut on all sides. And then they go down into the lower deck, and they're like harassing each other, like, "Hey, come on, stupid! Oh, go this way, left. No, your other left. No, your third left." And then the one they're yelling at bounces into a wall. Then the other 3 laugh as you see that he like rubs his shoulder as they're going down to the lower level.
I go help the kobolds. I ask if they need help. Oh, hey there. Hey, you need any help there?
Yeah, we got 3.5 of us lowering it down. This one that can't carry his own weight. He goes, Shut up, Drake.
I like you guys. We're gonna be good friends. All right, Drell, Armos, you get situated. Get us a seat, a cabin, and I'll be right back. And I just go and help the kobolds carry this thing.
You go down into the lower deck, and it's filled with random boxes, all unlabeled, filled from floor to ceiling, just all bolted shut. He goes, "All right, guys, set it down right here. All right, Drake, 1, 2, 3, and they set the box, and dust settles, and they head back upstairs. Come on, new guy.
What's in that thing?
Don't worry about it. And all 4 of them give you a side eye at the same time. Don't worry about it.
I give Drell a side eye with him.
Come on, just tell me.
Sid also gives you side eye. Me.
You guys get us a table, and I look at Drell.
So there are no private rooms. It's all hammocks on down the center, and there are a bunch of tables there. Like they're all nothing's taken because there's only 10 crew members. Right now, they're all getting the ship ready.
I call top bunk.
Is it like 2-level hammocks, or is it?
Yeah, it's actually 3-level hammocks. Like 3 people could fit on a beam.
I call middle.
Oh, damn, that's the one I wanted.
But I do just hop up at one of the tables next to, I don't know, just next to some people at an open table.
You see that there's a half orc at a table. Just one, and it looks like he's like writing down notes and he's drinking coffee.
This looks like my kind of guy. And I pull myself up on the table. Excuse me.
Oh, hello, good sir.
Hello, good sir, to you as well. Hey, what time do we depart here? What's the deal? What?
Oh, it shouldn't be much
do you
longer.
know-
Shouldn't be too long. We're just
Okay,
getting some stuff, and we'll be setting sail.
Good. Minnis PebbleWalker, by the way. Nice to meet you. And I put out my hand.
The name's Board.
Wood?
Board.
You say wood?
Board. B-A-W-D.
Bod.
Board. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Bod. So, listen, have you been on this journey before? How long does it usually take to get over to the Isles?
Well, lad, I work on the ship. I actually take a lot of inventory. I'm a numbers.
Oh,
I'm a
you're the
numbers
inventory
guy.
manager.
I'm a numbers guy.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, so you know what's in all these boxes?
You cops. He looks at you.
We're not cops. You know we're not because we have to say so if we are, right? I think that's the
Right.
rule. Is that the rule? I don't know.
Sounds legit to me, right? Let's go buy illegal stuff. The trip takes about 4 days, 5 days, depending on the winds. Captain Thnost gets us there in pretty good time. If the winds don't seem to be as active, slow days, he makes sure he gets the winds bustling and roaring away.
Oh, okay. 4 to 5 days. That's not too bad. Good thing I have lots of games to play while we wait, huh, guys? And I hold up some cards.
Aye, lad, we love games here. We love games here.
See, guys, they like games. They don't like my games. I get all pouty. They don't.
So games are the best part. They get you through the hard times and make bad times merry.
I have to like bribe Armos just to play a game.
You prefer cards, we prefer sea shanties.
I got dragon chests. I got cards.
If the seas be rough, the pieces be flying. The Evertone Sea can be quite brash in the midnight winds.
All right, cool. So like, is it like take any bunk, put your stuff on a bunk and call it? How's that work?
There's some foot lockers over by the hammocks. Go ahead and claim one. Everybody's friendly on the
Alright.
ship. You don't have to worry about locking it down. But if it has wheels, it may go from side to side.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to lock up my cart. And you see someone behind me trip over an invisible thing.
The kobolds are laughing.
sorry.
The kobolds are laughing at the bum one. Shut up, Drake!
All right, Armos, Drell, get comfy, I guess. And I just go to the cot that Armos pointed to, the 3 bunk, and try and tie down my cart to the bunk.
Okay. So some time passes and the 3 of you get comfortable, and then Fagnar and Thast come down to the lower deck, and he greets the 3 of you. As the little dragonborn, Thast, jumps onto the table and invites you to sit down because, aye lads, so we are going to Aramore Ports. It may take some time. It's about a 4 to 5 day journey. You got your sea legs about you? And he looks at the 3 of you. He like leers at you when he asks that question. Like he gets really close with his snout. Hands over to the 3 of you.
Like when you say sea legs, you mean just like, swimming?
I don't expect to have any legs as I'm like have my feet up in a hammock.
Alright lads, make yourself comfortable. You are cargo. Once we hit the seas, we may ask you to do a few things. Keep the ship tidy. Everyone does their share.
Okay.
More hands make less work.
It's not super likely that I'll fall in the water or anything, right?
Alright lad, if you fall in the water, you're already gone.
Oh, okay. So what would be the best course of action? Say someone couldn't swim very well. How would they prepare themselves? You got floaties? You got noodles?
You see
Yeah,
that
is there like a life raft somewhere?
Thnost looks over to Fagnar slowly, and then slowly turns his head back to you. Yes.
A jacket?
Aye lad, yes. Floaties.
Uh-huh. Where?
So 4 to 5 days to Aramore ports. The seas do get bumpy, but it should be smooth sailing.
Aye, aye. As my eyes are already closed and my fingers are already tightly wound.
The worst we ever see is a couple of sharks, but they never jump on board. Usually. Looks at Fognar. Fognar just like shrugs ever so slightly. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since we see the shark on the ship. We're
Okay,
setting
I'm gonna
sail!
go to bed.
and Thnas jumps on Fognar and goes up deck, and all the crew begins to work, and they view the city of Aramore as they go and they sail through the giant stone water gates that border the ports, leading into the ever-known sea. And the three of you are now leaving the city of Aramore as you see this massive fairy tale of a castle sitting on a massive cliffside with all the different layers of the city below it. As you leave through the port, you do see that there are neighboring towns that so the port is in like a cove underneath the city, and you now notice that there are some neighboring hamlets that surround the cove, the sea, near Aramore City. You see it sail off, you pass the naval ships, and you start heading towards the rising sun. As it starts to lead into noon, and the waves are now begin to bang and crash against the ship, and there was like some little sails down, and then as the ship hits the open seas, you see that the pinkish massive sails are let down fully because now they're free to head into the sea full speed, and you see these beautiful mix of pink, purple, and blue sails. You do see the sigil on the main sail. The three of you recognize this symbol. You've seen the symbol on the letter. You've seen this symbol as on Atreus's plate armor when you were in Dilmore. When he showed you the sigil, he said that it was the sigil of his oath. You also seen this sigil at Para's hotel in Lurkes Reservoir. Para had the same sigil on her tavern. The sigil looks like a big eye with the iris is the shape of a crescent moon, and there are small dots that resemble stars around the eye.
Can I ask, like, one of the sailors, like, next to us, like, what it means? Like, what is that?
You go up to one of the crewmates. So you ask the crewmate, you ask the captain?
The captain, probably.
So you go up to where the wheel of the ship is, and you see Thnas is standing on a very tall stool holding the ship steady as Fognar is manning the sails with some of the crewmates and giving orders. But you see Fognar is giving orders by points and looks. He has not spoken once since you met him. And Thnas sees you, goes, "Drell, how can I help you?" As he's steering the ship. You ever drove a ship before? You ever sailed a ship?
No, but I mean, if it's anything driving a horse, I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, you're a good horse rider?
Yeah, one of the best.
Oh, it's good to have you.
But what is this symbol over there? And I point to the banner.
Oh, that me and a few friends came up with, and when we were kids, so to say, and it's just something little homage. We pay a little homage to our past.
What do you mean your past?
Well, me and a band of adventurers used to go out on our own adventures and to leave signs to one another. This is the picture we used, and then this kind of became our flag of sorts. If we see this symbol anywhere, we know that it's from one brother or sister to another. Give me an insight check.
15.
He's not telling you the whole story.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to pry anymore or not.
You get the feeling that as you're thinking about that he's not lying to you, but he's not telling you the full truth.
Yeah.
And you could tell by like his grins and his facial expressions as he's looking at you and then back at the sea as he's manning the helm.
I'll just say, I feel like there's a little bit more to that story.
Isn't there always a little bit more to the story?
Tell him we know Para. And you see Minnis throwing up on the side of the ship.
Sid is also throwing up.
Well, we've met Para before and seen this over at her tavern, and Minnis is good friends with her. He's stayed in her room multiple nights.
Aye? Ye met Para? How friendly how friendly are you with Para?
We're like bestest friends.
I mean, we only killed, a giant squid that was in her lake or whatever, and Minnis was playing chess with her or something. I don't know.
Chess.
I don't really get into
Chess, you say?
I just give a big thumbs up while my whole head is over the railing.
I guess she rewarded you guys for killing this squid. It sounds like quite the feat.
I don't know if you'd say, and I pipe up from back behind, if she rewarded us, but Minnis definitely.
Eyes Minnis.
I just pick my head up and then just like white faced. Why are you looking at me? What? I think oh shit, I got everything. I know. No, I didn't.
And Sid is also being...
I've swimmed like once in my life.
And, Nas looks at you, Drell. He goes, Para and him.
Yeah, I mean, they were up in their room all night. I don't really know what was going on, but
Terrible taste. Just that one. terrible taste, yes. And,
But anyways,
yeah. So I mean, we've been seeing this symbol around a lot, so we're curious what it meant.
I used to party in an adventure with Para. She is one of the group.
wow, good info. Hey, is everyone on this boat in the same club? And I point to his stupid symbol again.
Stupid.
Aye, lad. Only my brother and I. This
So the
being
rest
a
of this crew, we shouldn't. We should be careful what we say to them.
Aye, they know that I used to be an adventurer like ye.
Do they know why or who we are? Do you know who we are?
They follow my commands, and my men trust me. And that's all they
Got
need
it.
to know.
Don't talk to him. Understood.
And then you see the crewmates are like, and they all cheer in unison as they go back to
That's
their work.
it. I'm going back to bed.
As the ship sails, you sail one full day at sea. And the three of you are helping out lightly in the lower decks. After Minnis is done throwing up, you see some of the crew asking you for a hand with some boxes, and the boxes are usually food for the rest of the crewmates, some light cleaning. Is there any activities the three of you would like to do during this downtime? This is considered a long rest, but if there's anything you would like to do, like alchemy, brewing, relearning of spells, now's the time. Or perhaps just making merry with the crew.
I definitely want to keep brewing some brews. I want to focus on a little bit more on my brewer's kit.
I definitely want to go to the ignoring of the crew. So
Go ahead. Roll me 1d4 minus 1, Drell.
1d4 minus 1. Okay. 2. So 1.
You managed to brew 1 potion during this time.
Okay, do I get to pick which one?
Yes, you do. Okay, Minnis, what do you? Armos, what do you say you were doing?
ignoring the crew, tinkering with my book with all the spells that I have.
You see one of the kobolds is like looking at your book. It's the one that the other 3 kobolds were making fun of. His name is Treg. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? What you reading? What you looking at? What you sniffing around at? Is that edible? Can you eat it? Do you want to eat it? Can I eat it? Can I have a taste? Do you want to taste? Does it taste good? It tastes bad. Doesn't smell right. It smells like paper.
Hey.
Doesn't smell like fish.
You know what? I got an idea.
Okay.
And I polymorph him into a rat.
he's like, and he turns into a rat.
And then I make sure that his buddies saw. I'd be like, here's your friend. He talks too much.
And all 3 of them begin to laugh. One of them was like hanging upside down from one of the rafters. They're all laughing at Treg, and then they're throwing the rat from one another between the 3 of them. They're throwing rat. Squeak, squeak, squeak. I like this guy. This guy's gonna fit in.
As they're throwing it, I cancel the spell, and the full weight of the guy falls on another one.
The 2 that are still standing laugh at the 2 that fell. And they're all just messing with each other. They have like the same personality as the little aliens from Men in Black. To drink coffee.
That's exactly what I was picturing. That's all I could picture. There are two things I'm considering. The first thing is Minnis realizes really quickly that he is not good on sea. He can't really swim very well. He didn't really do too hot in the lessons growing up, nor did we swim a lot in the mountains.
You're like a dog trying to stand in a car.
Yeah, that is exactly what's happening. So I think Minnis has been spending a lot of time in his cot, and he does. I do want to pray to Melora, actually.
Okay.
Because since I've gotten out of Shadowfell, I haven't really tried to reconnect with Melora. So I think Minnis just wants to like pray to Melora for safe passage, like as we travel.
Any specific requests?
Nothing specific I can think of. Just like, I think he's hoping for good waves, good currents.
Give me a religion check.
I'm terrible at religion, but it's fun. So.
If you have any buffs you can give yourself, like guidance or something like that, you can absolutely do that when you pray.
That tracks. That is a 5.
A 5? So you pray and you think to yourself, and as you're thinking to Melora, I imagine Minnis like writing into his journal as if he's writing to Melora. That's
right.
That's how I think he would pray. And then since like watching over you, you don't feel a particular connection with Melora like you have in the past. But you do find some solace in what you're doing, and it takes your mind off the sea.
That's nice.
As the three of you are doing your downtime activities, you do gain the benefits of a long rest, and you sail through the night. As the night goes on, you do see that a skeleton crew around the ship. Only about 3 people are working, and the captain, Thnost, has always been at the helm. And when morning came around, you see that he goes on top of Fognar's head and curls up into his hat, and he's no longer seen as Fognar now takes the helm during the day, as he seems to be getting some rest. Between the skeleton crew, you see that every few hours there's like a shift change where like some half elves get up, and then the kobolds went up, and people just trying to get the best sleep. Somebody roll me a d20 pure roll.
A 5.
A 5. You guys didn't get the best sleep last night.
Oh,
You're not going to suffer any penalties because nothing really happened, but three of you are very tired today. So during the day, the seas are. Somebody roll me a d4. Let's see how rough the seas are. 1 being mild, 4 being very rough.
it's a 4.
4. They are very rough. I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
You're good at those.
With disadvantage, because you guys are very tired, and it's very rough seas. And you see, it's all hands on deck right now.
It's a 17.
10 for Minnis.
I rolled 2 4s in a row.
Armos and Minnis, the 2 of you throw up.
That tracks.
Reginald's like throwing up over your shoulder or in the water. It's gross. Stop throwing up. We throw up. I throw up. We've been through this.
Sid's on Armos' shoulder throwing up.
You see the 4 kobolds laughing at the 2 of you with Drell. You see one of the half elves go, I remember the first time I've sailed.
As I'm throwing up next to Armos, I am like, Armos, I'm so glad we have the fancy toilet paper. This would be so much worse. That trip would be so much worse.
Aye, hold on to your lunch, lads, as one of the other half-orcs yell at you. And you all begin to sail. And then as you're sailing, you notice that the crew, during some quiet time or moment of silence, they all begin to sing a shanty as Thnost wakes up, as the sun begins to set. And Thnost begins to sing a song, and he goes, "Oh, gather round me hearties bold, a tale daring to be told, of a ship that sailed through storm and gale, towards the windward Serpent we sail." And then everyone chimes in, "Heave ho, me lads, on the rolling tide, to the ever-told sea our fate we ride. With the wind at our back and the waves a roar, the windward Serpent forevermore." And they begin to sing the shanty throughout the night. And it becomes late at night, and the 3 of you can now take another long rest. Drell, you can continue to brew if you like. Minnis, you are invited over to play some games.
Yeah, once I start to get the hang of it a little bit, and I'm just not throwing up every second, I do start playing games with people and just trying to make friends.
Drell, go ahead and give me another D4, -1.
Okay. Ooh, a 4, so a 3.
You get 3 brews.
Nice.
Minnis, you are playing games. Armos, are you joining me?
No, I'm just brooding about a bat and focusing on my spells. Using this downtime to really, work on me. Anger issues. Maybe switch to ice spells. Maybe not get into the fire. We'll see.
Try to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Minnis, you're playing a card game with the 4 kobolds and one of the half-orcs, the one you met when you first came onto the ship.
Yeah.
And the cards are like half-eaten. They look very weathered by the sea, and they are gambling some money. You see like a small pot of gold in the middle.
Yeah, this is the reason why he joined, because now he has this like gambling addiction. So he saw that, hey, you guys playing with gold?
Hey,
Is that,
yeah, come play, come on, yeah, come on, welcome to the new guy. And you see all the kobolds like, yeah, come on, and they pull up a stool, and you see like the half-orc is super flustered. He's like, ugh. He's like rubbing the side of his face, and he has like the least amount of gold compared to all the kobolds.
That picture's so funny.
So, if you would like to play, go ahead and roll me a D20. And we're gonna do high rolls here.
I'm proficient with my gaming sets. Does that give me advantage? It's just a flat D20?
Yeah, and that, you know what? That would,
So like a
because
luck
you
check?
do have a gaming set, so you have a knack for these things. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna add +2 to your roll.
Oh, perfect. All right. That's a nat mother trucking pumpkin.
You see that the 4 kobolds, yeah, we got nothing. Oh, look at the new guy. He's got a full house. Oh, look at the new guy. And then you see the half-orc slam the table, and he has like 2 pair. He goes, oh, and he like breaks a stool over his head as the wood flies. Some of it gets on Armos. There's a chip. There's like a leg of a stool that falls onto Drell's brewing kit, which is why he only has 3 potions instead of 4.
What the fuck?
That's why he has 3 brews.
Sorry, as I pull his gold towards my pile.
You see the 4 kobolds look at each other, and they start anteing up again. And the half-orc is getting more gold from his pouch. Go ahead and roll me another D20 if you want to keep playing, as you gained 12 gold.
That's a 16. It's just a regular D20 +2.
Yes.
No modifiers.
No. The +2 is your gaming set.
Yeah. So 16.
So you see that you're pretty confident in your hand with a 16, and then you see one of the kobolds pull out a 4 of a kind.
Whoa.
Looks like Dreg is the winner this time, and he gets the gold, and you now lose 3 gold out of that
Yeah.
game.
I think I just play one more time throughout. Can we just do like one more roll for like a few games for the night? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do a big roll. How many hands would you like to play?
Yeah, he probably plays like 10 hands with these kobolds throughout the night.
10 hands? Okay.
What was the buy-in?
It's like 3. It's 1 gold. It's about 3 rounds each. So, and then sometimes people. So if you would like to bet more, you can. Would you like to bet more?
Oh, he probably put in like 20 gold for the night. You know what I mean?
Go.
Just like because it's a small game.
Roll me a D20.
20. Normal 20.
You lose 6 gold.
Lose.
You lose 6 gold for the night as you made some of your money back.
Yeah.
And you see Treg. You see that he
Who's
took
he to 20?
most of your gold, and he looks at you and he puts his hands behind his kobold ears on the side of his head, and he flicks it back and forth with his index fingers, and he's sticking his tongue out as he took most of your gold. He's like, laughing at you.
It's not bad actually if I put 20 in.
You lost 6.
Yeah. Then I play the night away with these guys and then go back to trying not to throw up in my cot.
Before you guys go to bed, Minnis, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
6.
You just hear the 4 kobolds laughing at you. You feel like they're laughing at you, but you don't hear what they say as you go over to your hammock.
Yeah, I've been like swinging around all day. I've been sliding around all day so on my hooves, so I'm feeling sick and just trying not to throw up again.
Okay. And the 3 of you sail the night away as you sing merry, you make merry, sing sea shanties, and play some games and make some brews. Somebody give me a D20 to see how well you rest for tonight.
8.
You don't sleep well. You have,
Ah.
as the seas seem to be getting a little rougher, as you continue to sail on. And the third day comes around, and now now you're really into the heart of the ocean. There's no land around for miles. All you see is this blue Evertone Sea. The birds fly over you, and as you're on the deck midday, you guys kind of feel a little bored now because midday is like when they're working the hardest and there's just really nothing to do because you've had so much downtime the last 2 days. You're looking up, and for a moment, the sun is just blocked out. It's just this giant bird that eclipses the sun for but a moment. And then you hear, like, when everyone's like yelling at each other, you hear Thnos go as the crew becomes quiet, as the creaking of the ship sails slowly, as the giant bird flies into the distance. And then you see everyone go, "Oof, oof, that could have been bad." And they go,
Yeah. Why?
"Never faced a rock before?"
A rock? And I look at Sid.
"No, not that rock, a rock." And it clicks into your mind, he's saying the bird that is an Oro, spelled with an R-O-C, which is a massive, almost prehistoric sized bird.
Is that in your book, Armos?
Nope.
No, I never faced a rock.
One of the half.
Are they dangerous?
Oh, very. They picked up one of our crewmates not too long ago on a trip. They take him to the nest miles away. You don't see, typically you don't see them again.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. As he says this, I'm tying a rope to the pole on the railing on the side of the ship to my waist.
I'm sorry. Did you get an accent when you were describing what?
Wait, you're saying your crew member that was like this tall, and I put up my hand to Minnis, that the bird picked up this guy and just boop.
The bird that you saw like was the size of a building. It would pick any one of you up within its claws.
I'm now tied to the railing.
You tied yourself to the railing.
Yeah, not only am I scared, but my legs are like hanging off the ship, and I'm just shaking and hugging one of the poles of the railing.
And then after a few moments of respite, as the giant bird flies into the distance, reassuring that they're safe, the crew begins to sing merry in their shanty again, and the captain picks up where he left off from his little tale, and he goes, "Captain steady at the helm so true, crew united in a steadfast crew. Through the mist and fog we chart our way to lands unknown where treasures lay. Heave-ho on the rolling tide, to the Evertone Sea our fate we ride. With the wind at our back, with the waves a roar, the Winward Tavern forevermore."
Every time they say heave, I throw up.
And you sail on through the day. It is now nighttime. You are now taking another rest. Is there anything the three of you would like to do?
Are we there yet?
Kobold's laughing. No, at least another 2 days, bud.
Wait, you said this was a 4-day trip.
4 to 5. 4 to 5. The
Oh,
four
God.
kobolds look at each other. 4 to 5? Yeah, 4 to 5.
It's the worst.
Drell, are you making any more brews?
Probably not right now. I want to save some of my stuff, but now I realize I need to go shopping at the next town so I can brew some of the cooler ones.
Minnis, is there anything you would like to do?
I would like to pray to Melora that creatures don't snatch us up or eat us.
Give me a religion check.
It's gonna be terrible. Well, it's a 10.
You begin to journal. With a 10, that's a good roll. That's a good roll with a religion check. And you begin to journal, and as you're journaling, you see that like Sid sits on the brim of the book. And as you're praying, you're writing down your thoughts, and you feel some comfort. And then Sid glows a little bit different than he has before. You don't feel Melora answering you in any way, but you feel a little more comforted.
I like to think this is the start of Minnis trying to be more religious. I don't know if it's possible in the future, but he would like to work towards being proficient in religion, even though it wouldn't really help. But
I mean, you are a cleric.
he's trying to get better.
You are a
He's
cleric,
trying
so
to
when
get
you,
better.
yeah. So as you begin to journal, people begin to sing and make merry. The kobolds are playing cards again. I mean, it's as you're journaling with a 10, because you're kind of distracted by the noise. As you look over, and then looking at Sid, you look over. Treg, the one that flicked its ears at you when it took 6 of your gold, you see that he's doing it again to the half-orc, and pocket aces fly out of his sleeves. They were cheating last night against you. And you see that the half-orc sees the pocket aces. He just jumps across. He's like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, don't kill you, you little. And you see that he throws Treg over Armos's bunk. And hits the wall. It's like, bah! And he falls down. And then the night goes on. Into the small hours. Waves are very rough. The boat seems to be handling the seas fine, but it's giving you a hard time to go to sleep. Down below the deck, the three of you are laying in your hammocks, but restless due to the waves. Most of the crew is now sleeping, and you hear Reginald snoring on Armos's stomach. As the waves crash against the ship, the creaking of the boat is suddenly silenced. Although you feel the boat rocking, your ears begin to trick you. You no longer hear the sea. Instead, you hear music. Soft and eerie. The musical notes reverberate throughout the ship. The sounds of a piano? No, an organ. Long, heavy notes with a ghostly trill of quarter notes hauntingly playing over them. A dull, hard red light shines into the boat for but a moment. The light looks like it's moving, like it's panning from one end to the ship to the other. One of the crewmate yells out from above, "A lighthouse! A lighthouse in the distance!" And then Thost replies, "But we're 2 days away from land. This can't be right." Suddenly, the ship feels like it's not moving anymore. And the crewmates that are up on top are enamored. And then you see the other crewmates waking up. And as you look over to the four kobolds all sleeping on the same hammock, they look out into the sea and they see this lighthouse with a red beacon panning from right to left. And the piano and the organ becomes louder and louder as you see their eyes become wide and completely white. And then you hear Thnas from above, "Aye, look away!" You look at the crew. You look to your left as people are starting to wake up and looking out, and suddenly one of the kobolds becomes super fat. The other one becomes super frail. The big old orc suddenly begins to levitate onto the ceiling. Boom, boom. The sky looks purple and black with a mix of red as the sounds of a ghostly organ begins to call to you. I'm gonna need each one of you to roll me a D100 and let me know what you get.
What?
I shit you not. I got 100.
No, you didn't. No,
I
you
swear to
didn't.
God.
No, you fucking did.
No,
Yes, I did.
You got it on the beyond.
Peep it. Peep it.
Holy shit.
I got a 33.
It's got to be good, right? It's 100.
Either it's good or bad.
I'll see you guys in another 6 episodes.
So we'll start with Armos. Armos, you begin to look out and you have to roleplay this. And it can be as terrible as you want it to be.
Terrible?
You begin to look at the red light and you hear the music playing, and you have the uncontrollable need to sing all the time wherever you are.
What is happening?
I don't understand. What am I doing?
I wake up and I'm like, is it a dance party night? Are the Sids awake?
This is awful.
Minnis, what did you get?
33.
You feel very sick to your stomach
Track.
as you feel rumbling in your gut. You then look at the light, and the light is way brighter than it should be. You seem like you can't look at anything bright for a while. Mechanically, you are vulnerable to thunder damage and bright sources of light.
Oh, check.
Drell, you rolled 100.
Fuck.
Roll me 1d6 first.
I got 2.
Now roll me 2 d100s.
A 94 and a 16.
A 94 and a 16. Okay. You begin to look and you feel very weird as spiky quills erupt from your back, now making it tough for you to lie down. You must succeed a 15 Constitution saving throw every time you rest. On fail, you gain no benefit as your entire body becomes lumpy and spiky. With a 94,
What is happening?
on a 94, you feel very cold as you suddenly lose all the breath in your body. And to you feel like you see a tiny blue light escape your mouth for but a moment. And that is where we're going to end this week's
Great.
session.
From
Again.
one jar into another ship.
You are still you, but it's just like you feel like your eyes are playing tricks on you as you just feel like your body is very thin and now very lumpy and bumpy. And that is where we're going to end this week's session, as all of the crewmates are suffering various different curses as the ship is sailing towards this very ominous lighthouse.
Well, just another curse to add to Drell's pile, you know?
But everybody's cursed now. You're not alone
Yeah, how's
anymore.
it fucking feel, huh?
Oh, we better beat this lighthouse, or
I'm just letting you know, a D100, you just get more curses based on the D6.
We got
That's
that.
what it did.
Thank you. We got that.
Figured it out.
Well, in case you didn't get it, in case you didn't know.
Figured it out.
Oh, man. Yep.
We wanted to be as close as possible to the. We'll talk about it in the after show.
Oh, there was no safe choices.
I know that.
We'll talk about it in the after show where I got this from, but this is from source material, and I'll share the source material once we clear the area. But it was so fun that I had to do it. It's awesome. I can't wait. This is going to be such a fun encounter. I'm loving this.
At the beginning of the after show, we're each going to roll another D100 and just see what we would have gotten if we rolled a different D100.
That's great.
Maybe.
I feel bad for Drell.
Actually, next session you'll roll another D100. Little spoiler for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
see
Then
what
I get
happens.
another one.
Another
The
one.
DJ Khaled of curses. Another one.
Drell's either a mouse, a dragon, a spirit, a gas.
Now he's bumpy.
Yeah. Now I'm a porcupine dog. I want to be able to turn around and shoot my quills at people.
There you
Good
go.
thing we're going to a place that removes curses, right?
Yeah.
True, very true. How fitting.
It's almost foreboding. Foreboding.
Foreboding.
Oh my
I
god.
hate myself. Okay.
Oh man.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
So this is thank you for listening.
Yeah, we
and we don't
appreciate
even
you.
have to do a recommendation this week because we're all going to say the same thing. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes.
It fucking
Oh,
slaps.
I was going to say out loud. Baldur's Gate.
It's amazing.
If you have to ask, we already know, and if you know, we already knew. It is amazing. And in addition, at the time of recording this, Dark and Darker just dropped 4 hours ago. It's taken forever to install, but man, what a week for gaming.
Oh.
Woo.
Indeed.
I want it to be like cold outside. It just feels like the perfect moment to like sit inside and just play video games.
Bro, it was storming all day today.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm.
It's perfect. Everything about
Pretty
it.
amazing.
And now we're going to go on to the Patreon supporters.
No, we gotta say goodbye, everybody.
Oh, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Welcome back,
Goodbye.
Drell.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back. And now it's time for the Patreon shoutouts, starting with the Bloodshard Bandits, of course. First up is Benjamin Hayes. Somewhere in Humbrea, a Warforged looks out over a valley from a castle balcony. Thousands of questions stream through his consciousness. Am I still me? How did I end up this way? What was my name again? It was Dylan Snyder is next, also known as Reese. This Eladrin bard just finished teaching a musical magic theory class at the Sigic College. He even got to try out a new spell he has been working on called Harmony Word. Now everyone who attended has 1d4 extra rhythm in their step. But not everyone appreciates this new magic, especially Julius Kendrick, who has taken refuge below the Sigic College in the forgotten underground tunnels. Rumors spread quickly around campus that the old headmaster could be seen walking around late at night. But he has been dead for 100 years. And speaking of the dead, Rains has officially been reported as such. After the water purification pipes were checked by a local guild, his name tag was found dangling from an overgrown root. Friends and family are having a public ceremony of remembrance in 2 days. Laura Dawnstar is getting a bit bored playing cards by herself in the Chapel of Scoreus. Turns out guarding a magical blue shard isn't all that exciting when it is hidden away so well. She's thinking of venturing out, but remembers the ancient vase that needs to be glued back together. She has been putting that off for the past year. The Everlong Sea has become a hotbed for sail by robberies. Tales purport a man by the name of Gibby Scarrow, or should I say, Captain Scarrow, at the helm of a dark ship surrounded by fog. Very few travel at night anymore for fear they will meet a watery grave. But let's not dwell on that as we move on to the Sidget College alumni. Andrew Hall is currently working on his senior seminar project at the Sidget College, or rather, he is trying to decide the topic of research. If anyone has ideas for magical experiments that would at least land him a B, please let him know because there's only a week left before he must pick one. Artemis is typically a great mentor in these situations, but has yet to return from the Kambuki Isles. He should have been back by now from his vacation. Many students are beginning to worry as the rate in bullying has increased. While the Sidget College struggles to eliminate bullies, the Aramore guards have their hands full with thieves. Sly has been stealing coin left and right, but for who? No one knows. There seems to be 100 different men and women all using the same techniques. The problem is, the guards never seem to see the same face twice. But you know whose face has been finally shown? Michael Sekarax, or should I say Sakajewa. An injured rock climber calls out for help to the 4 people walking towards him No wait, that's 1 person with 4 legs. This centaur cleric is here to cure all wounds. Patrick Wennerstrom is next, and no one has yet to meet him. Patrick's neighbors are placing bets as to what he is up to as mysterious noises can be heard coming from the house he just moved into. St. Chaos' whereabouts, however, are no mystery at all. On the trial for his 367th offense, without Artemis, they're promising this will be the last misdemeanor and that he is sure St. Chaos will finally turn a new leaf tomorrow. He was expelled. Where will St. Chaos go now? Warden also needs to skedaddle as dozens of Alka-Beaker Phi members chase him out of Aramore. Apparently the baguette he snacked on for lunch was home to a tiny civilization. How was he to help himself when it was just sitting there like that, looking all delicious? Well, all he knows now is some guy named Robot Crisp is out of a job. But you know who's not out of a job? Our Humbrea's heroes. That's right, let's start with Abdul Rahman, who is expanding his alchemist business. After doing so well in Dillmore, he decided to open a new shop in Gilo. Alex Dredd continues his pursuit for justice. He heard talk of a rogue chef that just left Aramore that he might try to hunt down. Nefarious Ducarius has received a nickname after all of his streaking antics. People now call him the Butt-Naked Dragon Slayer. Sweat drips from his brow as Man with Glass finishes his glasswork masterpiece deep in a volcano. Wait till you see what he made. Sergio Rodriguez has made his way to the city of Dillmore. Many question, is he a wandering adventurer or perhaps a newly hired Red Guard? Rocket Boot League is now one of the most popular sports in South Trillis. Terminal No Name has started what he calls RBCS, or Rocket Boot Championship Series. And that's all for this week's Patreon shoutouts. If you'd like to hear your name read here, please go over to patreon.com/DND404. That's right, patreon.com/DND404. See you in the next episode.